So I'd like to talk about putting, and slightly different subject here. This is about the contact of the ball and the putter face. And again, sometimes we're just not aware of it. Sometimes we never think of it. It's never brought to our attention. For all of those things, I'd like to just talk briefly about it. What I've done here is I've just popped a little bit of Blu Tack, good old-fashioned Blu Tack, on the toe and the heel, narrowed my putter face, so that now the center of the putter is much more involved, hopefully, because how many of us are aware of where we actually hit the ball from? You know, it could be a bit toey or a bit heely as the putter maybe twitches a little bit, and of course there's no measurement of that. Obviously, if you hit the Blu Tack here, it's not going to go anywhere. It's just going to go dead. So it's going to be instant recall on whether you've hit it on the center or not. So that's a really simple one. You know, go to your local store, get some Blu Tack, stick it on there. You can take it off as easy as anything. You can even do it pre-round. And it just concentrates the mind onto the center of the club. You become much more aware of it. The other thing is, how many of us actually know what the sound should sound like? The sound of the ball and club, or how many of us have become aware of it? We're talking about a nice smooth stroke and that little click. Now, it'll depend on what ball you use, so obviously you need to use the same ball. It's no good going from a really hard ball to then a soft ball, because they obviously will change in sound. But providing the ball's the same and it's the same putter, you should start to get a noise that's consistent. Finally, just very simply, talk about arms and hands, and we're fairly familiar with the fact that the left side, this is me standing conventionally obviously with my right hand below my left, the left side is very much a controlling factor in the putting stroke, and the right side is very much the release of the rhythm. Remember, if you rolled it just literally underarm across the green, you would really feel some slack. You'd feel a change of direction, some lag in the arm. You'd feel a very smooth release. It wouldn't be sudden or jerky. So we're expecting that from the right hand through the golf ball as well, and that works against the control of the left side. And this one is quite a good one, because some people just aren't aware of what the right hand and arm do, and they can't feel lag. And lag would be the change of direction. So as my putter gets to the end of its travels backwards and goes this way, there's just that very slight, it's very subtle lag where it changes direction. And it's quite important that's not rigid. So if it's rigid and fused, and then you would get no feel whatsoever, and that would have a very different result on the consistency of your roll. So here's a nice one. Just set yourself up with both hands as per normal. Get yourself set, take your left hand off, pop it on your thigh, and now your right hand is completely on its own, back and through. See how it feels, and then reapply your left, and you might just have a completely different sensation from that right side. You'll certainly be much more aware of what it's going to do, and you'll understand your stroke more. So there's no downsides on that. Again, use your practice screen to experiment and just see what happens.